Hello everybody, this is Clive@5 and you are watching Most Embarrassing Replays. Thank you so much for joining me today on the show where you send me your embarrassing replays. I watch them, commentate them, and put them up online for everyone to see. And if you'd like to be on the show, please send your embarrassing replays to replays@poweroverwhelming.net and we'll get you on the show. Right now we're going to go ahead and get into the first match, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to Most Embarrassing Replays. This is a matchup between Trevkilla, nice name bro, the red Protoss in the bottom left hand corner, and Hamsters, the lavender Protoss in the bottom right hand corner. And this is on Shakuras Plateau, and you know this map of course because well, it's a fairly common map, and here we have a rousing PvP. How y'all doing tonight? I'm doing pretty well, except that my inbox is actually requiring of more embarrassing replays from y'all. This is, well, I actually had to harvest this replay. Not sure that it's even embarrassing yet, but I'm kind of taking a shot in the dark. I nabbed it from Dark One's weekly gold battlefield tournament. And if you don't know what that is, you should definitely ask him, but in brief, I think it's on z33k.com, zeek.com. Dark One puts up a bunch of tournaments. They are for small cash prizes. We're going to be having one for Power Overwhelming. Before you know it, I know I've been plugging this thing for a little while now, but it's for sure coming, guys. So definitely check that out. Now, I did notice that Trevkilla obviously doesn't know that MLG Shakuras Plateau you can't spawn short distance by ground. So for him to walk up to this base was actually a waste of his own time, and he's going to not find hamsters for quite some time now due to that additional delay. Not that it really matters because, as I've said a couple of times before, I don't find it extremely, helpful to scout Protoss ridiculously early on. Even when you get into a base around this time, you can see, oh, Trevkilla has not used any chrono boost. He has a single gas, isn't producing anything from that gateway. And really that's all you need to see at this time. Ooh, but Trevkilla actually putting a pylon down without having scouted his opponent, or well, actually revealing his position to his opponent. It looks like he might get set to do some sort of a vicious 4-gate push. And we'll see if Hamsters is able to scout that and realize that there's actually a pylon just outside his base. It's one thing I hate about, well, lower level Protoss players is that they are obsessed with 4-gating you because it's an easy win. Sometimes if you don't notice it, but it looks like Hamsters might, see, I'm going to call them Hamsters because of Trevkilla's now. So anyway, researching that warp gate for both players. Well, Trevkilla is working on trying to do something cheesy. He's definitely got to chrono boost that, and now he realizes that his chrono boost is now down. So it's going to be a question of, can Hamsters pull this off? He's not producing any sentries, and that's what he's going to really need to keep Trevkilla out of his base. Finally able to pick off that probe, however. Is he going to wander out and see? No. It's just so close. It's just outside. Just outside. That's too bad. Well, anyway, that's what happens when you don't scout that out. Protoss players, you should be, aware of that by now. It is pretty standard practice for most Protoss players to just sort of poke around their nearby, not just Protoss, whenever you're going up against a Protoss player, to just poke around, look for nearby pylons to just sort of thwart that, really aggressive 4-gate push. Zealot's starting to move out as the third and, oh, actually Twilight Council. So I'm guessing that this is not going to be a 3-gate push because that's not quite as aggressive, but he is probably looking to either do, say, well, Blink Stalkers, or put down a a Dark Shrine or something like that. We'll find out, but it looks like he's actually going to get aggressive. And it's going to come down to Amazing Micro. Hampsta's, now finally has a Sentry here, so I think he sees it now. Yes, he did just get a glimpse of that pylon, and is, whoa, planting down that force field in just enough time there to prevent Trevkilla from pushing up the ramp there. But now the force field goes down, so it might have been a little bit preemptive. 4 units on the way. Nice isolating those stalkers to make sure that they did not really make it up in the base. Stalkers can endlessly micro against Zealots, so it's really good to get rid of the other stalkers first. And why Trevkilla's stalkers are focusing on a pylon instead of anything else is beyond me. Now the Zealots are gone, but Hamsters needs to pay attention, make sure he's attacking his opponent, focus firing those weak Dragoons. Nice little rudimentary micro, bringing back that damaged Stalker, and now it looks like Hamsters could go on the offensive. Just gonna ignore the pylon. No, now gonna turn around and take down Trevkilla while he has the chance. And in the meantime, Sneaky putting down a pylon of his own. Dark Templar now though, and oh no! This could be trouble, and there's no observer in sight, no forge on the way. And that Dark Templar is in Hamsta's base, but for some reason Trevkilla is wasting time on these stalkers when really he should be playing around with these probes back here. Wasting time on a pylon? Really, dude? A pylon. Alright, well, whatever. In the meantime, the forge going down in the back here, and that's basically all Hamsta's is going to need to fight off this Dark Templar here. Sure, he's going to lose some pylon power for a little bit, but that's no... that's not going to help him from this decent-sized push that's now coming up in his own base. So, yeah, I mean, sure, Hamsta's is basically without pylon power, but so what? Trevkilla is running. It's a creative diverge on a 4-gate build just to sort of dupe your opponent into thinking that you are... Not dupe your opponent really, but, you know, make your opponent think you're going 4-gate, but in the background just sort of work on that Dark Templar. Stalker's deciding that now is okay time to stop microing. A couple more Dark Templar coming, and that Stalker's going to be toast, but look at the damage he's done. Trevkilla has lost so many Harvesters, down to 17 versus Hamsta's 25. Finally that Dark Templar has been taken care of, and Hamsta's has an opportunity to rebuild now. Got a couple cannons down. He's actually going to need some observers to finish the job. So he definitely needs to, get that robotics facility down sooner rather than later. Dark Templar are on their way. They're going to be of no help at all. Well, I take that back. I mean, if Hamsta's wanders out against an opponent who has Dark Templar, then of course they're going to be of help. And Hamsta's just throwing his units away right now. Now, if he could actually make it up the ramp, Dark Templar are leaving. They were getting free shots, and then they left to attack the base that has cannons in it. Robotics facility finally going down, by the way. And now here's a nice engagement. Trevkilla has an Immortal, which is going to help immensely. Hey, offensive force field, able to take down that extra Zealot. More units warping in the background. Dark Templar taking a coffee break. They're just going to see what's happening, I guess. And now they meet the cannon. They're going to get... Well, wow, actually, a little little bit better against those cannons than I thought. Now that Hampstead's has a robotics facility, deciding not to produce the observer that he needs to save his base. Yeah. Well. That's interesting. Hamster's still trying to poke in the front here, but can't quite make it up the ramp. What happened to that Immortal? Did they take down the Immortal? Well, that's impressive. More Dark Templar here now at the front, and Hamster just needs to make a freaking observer. Blink now done researching, and he's going to be able to stay maybe ahead of the Dark Templar a little bit, but still, he's going to need some massive micro at a gold level to really do anything of any sort of effect in Trevkilla's base. Not able to take down any harvesters, and as you can see, Trevkilla is back up to, well, on par with Hampstead's now. Oh, this is just a bummer. Probes are fighting Dark Templar. Ooh, man, the observer just managed to make it out. And so now Hampstead should be in a little better position. He's, I think, a little bit stronger economically despite being behind in the harvesters. He has a bit in the bank. He seems to have his shit together a little bit better. It's going to be a tough little engagement here, thwarting this strong push with 4 Dark Templar. He really is going to have a tough time with this, but he's going to have some time with his gateways back up, so he'll be able to produce now. Dark Templar dying to cannons. Micro that guy, please. Oh, no. So Hampstead's might be in a little bit of trouble now. He's full of Chrono Boost. He isn't Chrono Boosting his Warp Gates, by the way. Could be. Having trouble with gas, and you know it's okay to produce. Oh no, man! It's okay to produce zealots if you don't have the gas, as long as you continue to produce units. That's a bummer. I was hoping Hamsters would come back from that, but really it just took him too long to build that observer. That's a bummer. Anyway, thanks to Dark One for holding this gold battlefield from which I was able to glean this kind of ridiculous replay. Neither player gave me permission to show the replay, so shh, don't tell them. But anyway, yeah, please do send me your replays, because I prefer replays that you can just tell me, hey, this is an embarrassing replay, I really screwed up. So please send those replays to replays@poweroverwhelming.net. Right now we're going to go ahead and get into the second match. Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Embarrassing Replays. This is a matchup between Joshua, the Lavender Zerg, auto win for Zerg because he's Lavender, and Slick, the Purple Protoss. Oh, auto win for Protoss because he's Purple Protoss. So this is going to be a toss-up game because they're both auto win. And wow, some good old-fashioned BM to start the game off. I'm guessing that these two know each other, just by virtue of the fact that it is a custom map. Otherwise, Joshua wouldn't be a Lavender Zerg. So I'm not entirely sure with these players' skill levels with these races. I've played Slick. Well, I think he was playing Protoss too. I don't remember. Maybe he was playing Terran. I don't know. But anyway, the map is Xel'Naga Caverns, and you're going to see Slick do the standard thing that Protoss do against Zerg. Put down that gateway and the Cybernetics core blocking the ramp because, you know, those Zerglings, pesky Zerglings, like to find their way up the ramp into your mineral line. Joshua not going to bother to scout with his Overlords, just going to have an Overlord Sausage Fest over here in this side of the base. Oh, I take that back. Oh, no, okay, I thought that maybe he had sent that Overlord over to the Natural to scout. But wow, hey, do you ever stop talking, I guess? Joshua rebuking Slick for speaking so much. And, oh, almost able to snatch that probe. But you do know that even when you corner a probe, you can just tell it to go mine some minerals and it will become width 1 and scoot its way out of there. So, no probe should be lost in the making of your scout. And just going to sit here at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. I like that strategy. Not sure, was he in good timing to see the spawning pool? Yeah, just caught that. You know, and against Zerg, really what you need to see is, well, you need to see a couple things, but I do like to make 2 passes against a Zerg player when I'm scouting. One, I like to see if they're going for that natural expansion first, because then, you know, oh, okay. I like to try to thwart that with, you know, bunker rush if I have the opportunity or whatever, just to get them to think twice about expanding so early, you know. Check out the timing of the pool, check out the timing of that first gas. Usually I like to stick around until I see the first gas if I can. Anyway, but then I usually pull back and, you know, sometimes hang out by the watchtower. Sometimes I wait a couple minutes and pop back in, see if they're going for a roach warren, try to get that timing down if I can nail that one, because that's an important piece. Especially if you're a Terran player, you can save some money on not scanning. So, this replay comes from Sunday, when Joshua's friend Slick did not come to church because he slept in too late. Anyway, jolly good show. Hey, we're seeing speed research and a couple Zerglings out, so hey, nothing exciting coming down the pipe from Joshua. And what are we seeing in Slick's base? Oh, wow. Big surprise. Gateway core, and hey, a second core to follow it up. And 2 gas, so it looks like Slick might be going a little bit more gas heavy. Doesn't even have a second gateway down. That's, I guess, what kind of... Well, no, okay. My Protoss timings are really off just because I don't ever play Protoss. I don't ever play Zerg either, but, you know, Zerg is pretty much either they're going pool first or hatch first. Joshua looks like he's going to Zergling bust the crap out of Slick's base, and sure, there's a sentry here, but who cares about, you know, Protoss doing a proper response. Hey, good thing I'd like to see Robo facility, but not really going to help him too much against this massive number of Zerglings moving across the map. Is there going to be a Baneling bust too? No. That's even more fun, but now Slick, let's see if he has the reaction time to deal with this. No, all the Zerglings make it up the ramp. Are they going to be able to force their way in? And actually, Zerglings getting... Zerglings getting sandwiched in the base. But now Joshua not paying attention to the probes like he needs to. Probes coming off the line. More Stalkers being produced. Stalkers really not the best counter to Zerglings because they can get pinched in and surrounded and disposed of rather quickly. You actually might lose a Stalker. No, so close. Almost got it. Curious what Slick is going to produce from that Robo. More Zerglings on the way. This could be trouble because, you know, these Stalkers get surrounded, then that's no good. Slick not producing anything from that. I wonder what sort of an economic hit he took. Wow, look at the minerals that Josh was hanging on to, and I guess you'll find that when you're just going mass speedling. And that's going to be quite a big, nice little speedling army, in fact. Slick deciding that, you know, blocking his ramp no longer needs it. Just going to let those Zerglings run up, should they come. Oh, and that sentry's going to stop him, too. Oh, okay. Nope. Nah, forget it. Nah, on second thought, I guess I will go hold position there. And with these, you know, larger number of troops at the top of the ramp, that's really going to help defend against things this time. Unless he goes for Banelings, which he, well, could. Not gonna go for Lair instead. And now Zerglings confused, able to take down a Zealot, but another Zealot's gonna come here and do a little dance up against that force field. That was so many Zerglings crammed up in that little space. Oh, and we're able to get past that Zealot. Was it hold position? Anyway, Joshua not committing to the attack, which is too bad, because I want to see some Zergling pillaging. You know what you got to do with those Zerglings? Just bring them back here so that they just don't worry about these troops. If you're going for a Zergling bust, just bring them in. Kill the workers. That's what you got to do. and then throw up like 6 spine crawlers by the time your Protoss opponent's gonna all-in counter you. Oh! And now seems to be that time. Slick looks like he's moving out, and he has quite a nice army to, well, you know, he could still get surrounded, but he has, you know, a few zealots in there. Honestly, he needs a few more zealots, stalkers, like I said, 3 times. Not so great against Zerglings. Didn't happen to lose anything because he had those zealots out there, and honestly, just, dude, more zealots, because this guy's not going anything but, oh, hey! Might actually be going something other than just pure Zergling. Has that Baneling nest down, but as you can see, army size-wise, not a whole lot of Zerglings there. These Banelings might change the story. We'll see. Wow, that's all Banelings. Well, I like to keep a few Zerglings in there, just for when you do destroy the front door. You can run in behind with Zerglings. That economic thing, you know. Interesting. Going for the Robo and a Colossus. And a Ninja Expand over here in the 9 o'clock position. That's interesting that he's going for the Colossus. I don't see Hydras. I guess they do, well, I don't know. I'm kind of torn against for Colossus versus Zerglings, honestly, because like Zerglings can get a nice little surround on Colossus. Anyway, I'm guessing that Joshua's going for that Ninja Expand just because he doesn't feel confident in his ability to hold this very vulnerable natural expansion, as I talked about in episode 8, which finally is up, no, not 8, 13 rather, which is finally up on youtube.com/climate5 now. This Xel'Naga Watchtower is ridiculous, vulnerability in this. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4 potential openings, 180 degrees of vulnerability. And so it's very difficult to hold that natural, and but I don't know. So I like to complain a lot. It's this is gonna have to come down to some excellent timing, and these Zerglings are running in without their Banelings. Maybe just wanted the scout, not sure, but oh come on, dude, you can need them both at the same time. Bring them all in. Here we go. Here comes the attack. Trying to force field them off. Actually doing a pretty good job with that force field. Joshua probably should have backed off at that point and regrouped, but now everything's dead. You can see his army size is 0. So please counter. If you counter right now, he will still have nothing. Hydra! Perfect. So he saw, well, I'm not sure if he planted down the Hydra den first or saw the Colossus first. Probably didn't see the Colossus because, hey, who scouts these days anyway, right? So anyway, can't go that tech route because he's going to get destroyed. Instead, he's just going to go more Banelings. He said, hey, that first attack worked just great. Like a charm, in fact. So why not do it again? Taking a look at Econ. Surprisingly, Slick not really outdoing Joshua at this point in time. Extremely undersaturated at both his main and his natural. Need about 2 probes per mineral patch, just so you know. Trying to hide his army from Slick there. Might have actually worked. Might have worked. Slick is just sitting here. All he wants to see is what's going on. How many drones are harvesting. Joshua also undersaturated, by the way. But he has this nice little Ninja Expand, which is why both players are basically, on par. Well, how can that be? I mean, he's ahead by a couple hundred minerals, but he's double the harvesters. Anyway. Oh, I'm going to speed this one up because I'm pretty bored. So how you guys doing? Looks like, hey, there's some movement across the map. Once again, if at first it failed, fail again. Joshua bringing in those banelings. Not bothering to use control groups. Let's see here. Why use control groups? And oh no, they all got destroyed in piecemeal. But hey, this pylon might go down. Oh man, that just did it. Pylon ownage, not bad. Oh man, you know what you need to do against an opponent like this who just, you know, macros up but sits in his base while you're continuing to produce only, you know, Zerglings and Banelings. In the meantime, tech to Greater Spire and destroy. But no, not teching. Why tech? Oh, hey, the centrifugal hooks for Baneling speed. That's gonna help. Seriously. Okay. Zap, 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 zap. Someone expands. Guys move over here to harvest because, oh, the main's almost mined out. So let's move nearly all of the drones here so that this will never ever be mined out. Let's see. This is painful. Painful to watch. Wow. And you know, Slick has some really great income and, you know, decent sized bank. Oh, he's using the bank. That's good. So, how big is his army? 156 out of 190. Pretty good. Joshua, about 100, mostly in Zerglings. That is a lot of Zerglings. How about that? Hey! Oh! 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 Okay, so this base might get destroyed before the Nautilus... No, you don't need the creep! You don't need the creep! No! He's gonna lose it! He's gonna lose it all! Oh, it's gonna die! It's gonna die! Oh! Oh! That was pretty tragic right there. Why were you putting down the creep? You don't need the creep. Abort mission. That Overlord says, that's enough. Well, so now the question is, can these 40 Zerglings... Excuse me, that's more than 40, but still. 40 supply worth of Zerglings. Not even 40 supply worth of Zerglings. Let's see how many Zerglings it is. Wait, dude. Oh, he just wanted the Nautilus so bad. Run by! Failed! Well, that's the end. I gotta go? That's a clever way to end the game, I guess. Well, anyway, thanks to Seaweed for actually sending me this replay. I was hoping it'd be a little bit more exciting, but I guess not all of them can be winners. Flying buildings across the map. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks Seaweed. Be sure to join us next week for most embarrassing replays. Right now we're going to do some, well, hey, how about we play some League of Legends, right? It doesn't always have to be StarCraft, you know, let's play some League of Legends, right guys? Alright, catch you out there on Summoner's Rift. Or Rift? Yeah, Summoner's Rift. Alright, see you guys later.